Why haven't you started yet?
Why haven't I started yet? All right. And just a reminder that you all leveled up and you are now level 4. So if you forgot to do anything, you can do that now before.
Did I?
I think you guys did.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. So we started off with Buster putting out the fire that started to spread on himself. Professor Artemis yelled for his assistant Tesla to come out and put out all the fire that was starting to spread on the desks. He came out with some sort of weird contraption that you guys didn't really have a clue what was, but it worked and put out the fire. It had looked like he'd done that a few times before. It was then that Artie decided to yell some more at Kargath, which really didn't go too well. He really seemed to actually not know what the hell was going on, and after our group decided to do an insight check, he really didn't know what the hell was going on. It was then that his assistant Winifred came down and also started yelling, but at Artie this time. Yelling at him for not telling her where he has been, how long he was going to be, and where the hell he even was. Artie then told her that he was contacted in the middle of the night by General Lane in Lulafell about some of their battle warforged attacking their soldiers, just like the Hellbot did. So he brought them back. They are currently in his workshop along with the Hellbot. It was then that Winifred received a message that the Dean had succumbed to whatever had attacked her mind the last month. They tried to reach Artie, but it seemed he was elsewhere. They're planning on doing an autopsy in the morning, and they requested him to come. After all that, Artie decided to take you guys to his workshop to see what the hell is going on with the robots. It was in the base of the large mechanical clock in the middle of the town. And it was then that both Buster and Elric looked at each other and tried to shrink into a corner and hide. Apparently they'd been here before. Most of the party wasn't really ready for what they're about to see, hear, discover, or process. His workshop was massive. It was about 200 feet high, 50 feet wide, and filled with a whole whack of stuff. Broken pieces of robots, piles of ore, metal, etc. And there was about 4 to 6 workbenches in a corner that looked to be the primary crafting area. And as soon as they opened up, they seen opened up the 40-foot high doors. They seen a massive 50-foot tall battle forge that was covered in dust, and some of its parts were on the floor. When they asked Artie what the hell that was, he told them that it was a failed experiment that from about 100 years ago that was ordered but never been able to finish because someone stole its power source. Throughout the whole bunch of other stuff went on, and Annie decided to poke Artie a little bit with some questions as she was doing a ritual cast to detect magic. Artie just looked at her and sighed. He sighed a lot. For the next hour, they watched him poke and prod the Warforged trying to figure things out. It was then at that point when Annie told him about the runes that they found in the inside of the Halbot, but the other two didn't seem to have the same. They had the same on the outside, but not the other ones. Also throughout this time, they asked him questions. He almost instinctually kept grabbing something inside his shirt. It seemed that anytime he stopped to think about something, whatever he was holding on kept pulsing through the detect magic that Anikit had up. So she asked him about it. He didn't want to do anything about that, so Kargath took it off his neck. It was then that things got a little quiet and angry, and then a little bit more quiet. Annie put it on and began to see a multitude of, not really visions, but memories. Artie's memories. Lots and lots of them. The voice in her head kind of sighed and told her it's interesting, but not useful to us. But she did find out it is a memory stone, able to capture a person's entire memory in it. So she gave it back to the silly little man. After this, they really asked Artie some questions, and found out Artie is a changeling. 25 years ago, the real Professor Artemis wanted a vacation and still wanted to, his students still needed actual professors. So our changeling, whose name is John, took over for Professor Artemis. That was 25 years ago, and then after the explosion 15 years ago, they haven't heard anything from Professor Artemis, so he has been deemed dead or just missing. So John has done his best to take over for him. He doesn't really want all the students or anyone to find out, because that could be bad. He pretty much knows most of everything already did, and what he doesn't, the memory stone does help. So he's pretty much been trying his best to take care of the city and anything that's broken while doing classes. So, after all that, they asked him if he did know the John that they were looking for. He was John, but the wrong John. And it was then that he got the necklace back, looked into it, didn't really find a memory of John, but he found a memory of someone named Zatanna that might know John. Apparently she had a circus act in Elmark that Artie had watched at one moment, and for some reason the memory was there. And Clark, of course, picked up on hearing that name, as it was the same person that found him after the event 15 years ago and introduced him to Lois. Clark then also remembered that she also had another group of performers with her that were a little odd and somewhat a cult bunch. After a bit more back and forth, they left to go... I'm reading, sorry. They left and went back to outside, as they wanted to still go and do a whole bunch of stuff outside before their dinner party for the evening. It was then that Annie Keat wanted to go check up on her panther, who of course wasn't there. After a little wandering around, they finally found the panther had wandered into the Temple of Drax, where it was playing with a bunch of kids. Clark took the opportunity to get close to something he thought of as scary once, but he managed to get the courage and he pet the beast, which then jumped on Clark and covered his face in drool, which is where we ended and where we are starting. So, as soon as you guys get in there, dinner is you're probably about 10-15 minutes away. You can see everything starting to come in. Quite a few more people are walking around. Most are just talking to each other. What would you like to do?
Well, I think after being inundated by cat slobber, I think Clark is going to ask, where is the nearest restroom? I must, and you kind of see him kind of shaking a little bit, freshen up before the meal.
Throck is just going to look at you and go, if you look over to the back where the forge is, hang a left, and everything you're going to need is over there. Or you can just jump into the bucket of water or the trough of water that is over near the forge. Either will work.
Why, thank you. You see Clark walk over to the trough, take off his loot, set it down, and just proceed to splash around like you see any bird in a puddle, getting the cat slobber off of him. And he gets out and shakes off. And he'll actually walk over to the nearest forge, and you kind of see him stick his tail feathers out, give a little wiggle to try to dry off a little bit.
While you're there, give me a perception check.
A perception. A 10.
A 10. Okay. You won't really notice too much, other than the fact that Grugthar, the Divine, the ogre that has been at the back there making something all day long, has finally finished. And as soon as you are done your bath, You'll notice now that he has been standing there waiting to put something in it to cool off.
My apologies, good sir. And Clark will, his steps would probably be like 8 or 9 back to get out of his way.
That's okay. Looked like you needed that. And you're going to see a massive maul hammer just go right into the water and just start sizzling. It's like 3 of you. It's a good 7.5 feet tall. Probably weighs a good 40 pounds. Maybe more. And after the sizzling, he's going to bring it out, and you can tell it's not really made out of... It's a dark material. It might have a little obsidian in it, and steel. You're not too sure, but it is dark and looks really nice.
Excuse me, may I ask what alloy you used to make the hammer there?
You can ask, but I'm not going to tell you.
Proprietary alloy, I understand.
It's just more... This is special. It's not ceremonial. This is for him over there. For what he did, he deserves something special.
Understood. And Clark will walk back to where the group is standing.
Okay, what's everyone else want to do before dinner? Do you want to mingle or just find a seat?
Is there like a high spot that I could park up in?
You're in the temple, so there would be nothing really too high here. It's one big, massive open room. They've pretty much moved all the... there wasn't many church pews in here when you came in, but it's mostly just regular tables and chairs. But they have brought out like a couple 20-foot tables to put for dinner. Looks like there's 2 separate tables for people to sit at. Nothing too major high, though.
I'm going to find myself the furthest seat away from the guys as possible.
Okay.
Where they're sitting for their ceremony.
Yeah, there's lots of chairs spread around the place. You can really pretty much sit anywhere you want.
I didn't really want to come in the first time.
True.
I will turn to Clark and just ask him, are you feeling better now?
Oh, very much so, very much so.
Every day's a school day. Every day's a learning experience. Hey.
Yes, and now I know to not only be careful of the teeth, but the tongue as well.
Shall we go and grab a seat?
Can I see, by Panther, can I see Kerrigan from where we are, or are the tables out of eye line?
No, you can pretty much tell him what to do. He was just entertaining the few kids that were there.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna do one of the little point at my eyes and point at his eyes, I'm watching you type deal before we go off on our own.
Gotcha. Yeah, he'll pretty much just give you a nod.
Cool.
Yep. Okay. Anyone else want to do anything before dinner? Then I can tell you who's there.
Nope.
Okay. So, you're gonna know a few people. Not many. You will recognize eventually. After a little bit, Artie's going to walk in. Looks like he was asked to come also. He's ignoring all of you right now. He's going to be sitting beside what looks to be a warforged in some sort of cloth gown. And they're going to be sitting at a table side by side talking to each other. The warforged is in the colors of SETI. Which is... I don't have it up. So he's going to be in like a red, blue, green, and white robe. It's kind of like a nice multicolored robe. And it looks like they have a priest or a cleric or something that is a warforged. Also in the room, you will actually give me perception checks. Let's do it the easy way.
Perception, everyone.
Yippers!
Yeah. Okay. Haha.
I don't see anything.
Jeez, can I roll for the panther?
You can, but he probably wouldn't be able to tell you what he's looking at.
Natural 20.
Okay.
All right. So
I rolled a,
Woo!
I rolled a 2 for a 4.
you're doing good. You're ignoring everything. Okay. So if, for anyone who actually was paying attention, what you're going to see at one of the tables, it looks like a table has been set up for you guys, and a table has been set up for other people. The other table itself is going to be for what you're going to assume is the top clergy of like one of the heads of each temple here in on the Moonkeep. So you're from sitting at one side, you will notice probably looks like a dark elf, like a drow, trimmed in a blue and gold robe of Axiom. Beside them is going to be a small little forest gnome in a silver and blue robe. You're going to see the high priest of Lunara, who's an elf, in a green dress covered in living flowers. Some of you, actually, Kargath mainly knows Hildegard, who you woke up to this morning, is there in some freshly laundered green and white gown. She's going to be sitting beside Artie, who doesn't look happy. And then the Warforged beside Artie. And then you're going to see a massive half-orc in the colors of Vox. He's not wearing cloth. He's in a full red and black suit of plate mail. Next to him on the other side is a Eladrin who looks kind of like Lois, in a golden robe trimmed in green moss. And at one of each heads of the table are two high elves in full yellow robes that kind of glow as they walk, and they are the two high priests of the Twin Sons. You will also notice the extra 5 priests that were, when you first were in here in the morning doing the ceremony, Muck the Kobold, and you're going to see 2 goblins, a half-elf, and a dragonborn also, and they're at the table with you.
I'm just watching all these people come walking in. Just not trying to engage in conversation or anything, just...
Yep. So you're going to be at the
Not
table
used to-
with the other priests of Drax.
Yeah. I don't know, apart from the people I know from where I came from, I'm just not used to such a large amount of people.
Yep. Anyone want to mingle, or are you just going to wait for food?
Plus, yeah, he's getting hungry as well, so...
Yeah, you're always hungry.
Where is the panther at the current moment?
I'm still playing with the kids, keeping them out of harm's way. and just keeping them entertained. So pretty much near the altar, just behind it a little.
When that Clark is actually going to, he's going to fly over and help him entertain the kids. You know, kind of perch on his back, take out his lyre, play a little, a little song before dinner to help entertain keep the kids entertained before the meal.
Gotcha. Then give me a performance check.
Woohoo! 22. That I'm good at.
They pretty much ignore the panther and are just kind of walk up and sit in a semicircle around you, and the panther's going to join them.
Aw, you're friends now.
Yeah.
And Clark is going to jokingly say to the panther, "You keep that tongue in your mouth, good sir," before he starts singing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Buster, I'm not going to make your character sit here if he doesn't want to. If you would think you'd want to sneak out or just walk out, you can. That's up to you.
Oh, helps when I'm not muted. I was just going to get food and then sneak out.
Okay. Sounds good. Alright, so... So after, as soon as the food comes, it's an assortment. This is pretty much a banquet, so it's going to have everything on the tables. You're going to find pretty much anything you want. It's just a pretty much grab, go, pass it down type event. So yes, I could describe all the food, but it's a lot of food. As you guys are dishing things out, Grugfire is going to finally come over from the forge, and he's going to wrap the newly forged war mace on the ground a little. He's going to just look at everybody and go, "My fellow friends, clergy, and wayward travelers. I'm not often lost for words, as you all know, but after what we all witnessed last night, some of us deemed it necessary to congratulate Throck here on his accomplishment. This is our first time in our recent history that anyone who has asked Drax for help has actually received it. Drax either deemed Throck his call worthy enough, and then he's going to look at Kargath, or he deemed you worthy. I'm pretty sure you were both worthy. So, with that, Throck has been raised to the High Lord status and will be our very first champion of Drax here on Luna 1. Not that he is currently happy about it, and everybody's going to laugh. Now, that's usually more than I say in a month. So, anyone else want to say anything before we eat? I wasn't sure if Kargath wanted to say anything. Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether that's my cue to stand up and say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so he will stand up and just take a minute because he's a little bit nervous because he's not used to seeing so many people. He will take a deep breath and say the following, and it's not going to be very long, but he says, "I don't know any of you, but with some of you I have a connection. Well, obviously not. I don't know all of you, but with some of you I have a connection. Through circumstances beyond my control, I found myself badly injured. According to accounts, some of you tried to save me and my leg, but were not successful. Regardless, I just want to thank those who did. I just want you to know I very much appreciate all the efforts you made at great personal risk to yourselves." And then he will just say thank you again and sit himself down. Actually, after say that and just wait for what happens next.
Clark actually he claps and goes, "Woo!" and notice no one else is, and just kind of sit down.
They would give you you'll have a few claps from the people at your table. Most are just nodding and saying thank you and great speech. And
We call it great speech. Sorry.
Grugfire's just gonna walk up to you and put a massive hand on you and go, I liked it. And then walk away. Grugfire, I don't remember if I've given you a description of him. He's about 9 feet, very thick, gray skin, muscles. He looks like he's seen quite a bit of battle. Yellow eyes. His knuckles are adorned with tattoos that glow in the even in the dim light here. He's kind of a mix of traditional ogre garb and holy vestments, even though he was still at the blacksmith all day. He has besides the massive mace, he has his stuff in a corner, which is also a massive mace, also forged from obsidian and inlaid with a whole bunch of runes that kind of look something that you might know what they are there, Kargath. And it glows a little, even though it's kind of just sitting in a corner.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I will just... What's the word I'm looking for? I will just take a drink and then... What's his name? What's the name? The big guy?
Grugthar the Divine. He's a cleric of Drax.
Grugthar.
I will put it in Discord.
Grugthar. Okay.
Yep. Also, he's going to hand Throck all the stuff that he's currently been making, which is pretty much almost the exact same stuff that he currently has. So a massive two-handed mace made with a whole bunch of metal, but mostly obsidian. It also has a whole bunch of sacred runes on it. He's going to come up with a chainmail with a breastplate on it that he's going to hand to Throck, and a whole bunch of other stuff, but mostly, does anyone, let me see. I can't remember if there's an actual troll language or are they Sylvan. What languages does everybody speak?
Not any of those.
Good question.
Common, Elvish, Giant, Orc. For some reason, I've got Orc and Elvish.
Goblin.
Okay.
Oh, that helps.
I can cast comprehend languages.
No, that's okay. I'm pretty sure there is a troll language.
There's an orc language, but I don't think there's a troll.
Yeah, I wonder what the trolls... we'll just assume it's in Sylvan. Or Ogre. Actually, it would be... Let's go with Giant, yeah. I believe the trolls do know Giant. So if anyone knows Giant, it's just going to pretty much say Throck on it. And you'd have to get up closer to see what else it says on there. But you do see his name inscribed on the actual weapon.
That's the weapon. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I speak Giant.
No, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, but yeah.
So pretty much after that, most people are going to go back to eating, and the 5 others at your table are just going to start looking at you guys and go, Muck, who you met before, is just going to go, so how's your day been?
Interesting. I mean, we have met Professor Artemis. He's certainly... No, he turned out different to what I expected him to be.
Yeah, most people say that.
So, but it looks like we have a mystery on our hands.
Well,
these malfunctioning warbots, the howlbots. So
yeah, they can
Yeah.
keep that. We don't care for them. They're weird. Anyway, I think I've met all of you. Can't remember. Anyway, I'm Muck. This over here is Hugh, who's a goblin. Morris, who's another goblin. Elia, who is a female half-elf. And Fen, who is a female dragonborn, are all at your table. So they're just going to look at everybody and go, hi, hi.
So how did you end up worshipping here?
Muck's just going to look at everybody and go, for the most part, most of us just there's something to do. We met Throck a while ago. He pretty much, well, anyway, for Hugh and Morris here, I'm not too sure about the other two, but us three we had our issues here and there. Not a lot of the non-fey creatures like some of us, but we tried to live up at the tower for a while, but we didn't really like the weather, so we've just kind of been moseying around, and we did some work on one of the merchant ships about 6-7 years back, and we ended up in Maybell, and we ran into Throck, and we've kind of been following him ever since. And Hugh and Morris are going to say, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Is there anything else?
Can I try to sneak out at this point?
You don't really need to sneak. You can go anytime. It doesn't look like they're really paying attention to you.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Okay. So, anyone want to do anything else during dinner chat? If not, we can move on. This is pretty much just a dinner and mingle. Sorry, I heard you wait, but I didn't know what you said.
No, I was just thinking. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bunch of people you guys don't know and don't really want to be there. Understood. Well, most of these people can tell that you really don't want to. This is not your style of place. So there's nothing really major that is going to go on in here. So if after dinner, there is cocktails if anyone wants to drink. If not, the rest of the night is yours, but you're going to be hitting close to about 9 by the time this is over.
Is the autopsy in the morning?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty much after this, the night is yours to do whatever you would like. So what would you like to do?
I'm going to go head up a dive bar and just have a few drinks and then go to bed. Was my plan.
The closest to you would be the inn that you're currently staying at.
yeah.
I think what Clark will do is see if the innkeep would be up to trading a couple of rounds of drinks for a performance. So that way.
Yep.
Hmm?
So you guys are back at the last flower.
The panther followed.
Yeah, I would assume so. Would you like to try and persuade the innkeeper to let you bring him in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
The innkeeper, it's the same one you met before. He's a very tall fur blog, whose name is Cedary.
Cedary?
I'll type it out for you.
Okay.
Cedare, it's a weird one.
Oh, okay.
I think Clark will try to assist.
Okay.
You know, this little owlin with the big panther.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you guys walk in, yeah, no, stables out back. I'm okay with small cats. I'll even take the weird ones that are up in Marzell, but
He's really quite docile. He's actually nicer than the ones that are the feral ones up in Marzell. He even gets along with this owl in here, and he loves children. He's very nice, and I will personally take responsibility for any damage that he causes because I'm that confident that he won't.
And Clark will fly up and perch on the panther's shoulders and say, you know, kind of give that, see, if I can do this, he's okay, kind of look to the innkeeper.
Okay, first give me an animal handling. And I need a persuasion check from you for the innkeeper.
$17.
Okay. What's our animal handling for Clark?
Uh.
All right, you try to sit on him, and he moves out of the way.
Can I assist with that?
No, no, that's all on the cat. Yeah. You can see them just looking at you and just, yep.
He's offended because he doesn't like the slobber.
It could be the claws.
The talons, yeah.
Yeah. Or he wants to be in charge. So the innkeeper's just going to look at you and go, try not to have him shed everywhere, please. I just cleaned.
I'll happily clean up afterwards. He won't shed any more than I do, and I'll toss him a gold.
Okay.
And Clark is going to look and say, I tried. You know, get that I tried look on my face.
Yep. All right. But yeah, if you want to, by all means, give me some performance checks for free stuff, by all means.
Oh, let's give that a try. Nope. That then.
We will say that the cat starts does not like your music and comes over and tries to take your loot from you.
No.
No, we just said how good he was.
Yes,
Yeah,
but when he gets a nat 1, things happen.
It has strings on it. It's a game.
Yeah.
Hear the one claw going doink doink.
Yeah. So it's up to you whether or not you want to try some more.
I'm trying hard not to laugh at this point.
How much is a round?
Round here is probably like 5 silver. Like the gold that the bartender just got will cover everything if you want. But this is more fun.
Nope. Nope.
At this point, the bartender's just going to look at you and start laughing and say, that's why you don't bring a cat in here. Anyway, this will cover what you need. Don't worry. So he'll bring a round of whatever you want.
Ale.
Yeah.
I think Clark is going to order a honey mead.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm going to second that. I like that idea.
All right. So whoever's drinking, I need con saves, please. Let's see how drunk you get. So far, so
I
good.
got a 12.
You're a little tipsy, but you're doing okay. The more you drink, the more you're going to be at a disadvantage. But so far, you're all doing pretty
80!
good. All right.
Rolled 18 for Kargath on the cons, so.
Perfect. Yeah. Other than Clark, the rest of you are doing okay.
So Clark's got a little wobble to his flight path, you know,
Yes.
just a little
Yeah.
bit.
He's not crashing into everything yet, but he's a little stumbly.
He's a still stumbly.
Yeah. He's trying to fly and play and ignore a cat at the same time.
As you do.
All right. You guys want to do anything else before bed?
Nope.
All right, then. We will say you can mark off a lovely deserved long rest. And we are back in the morning.
Whee! Breakfast!
Is there anything anyone wanted to do overnight? For
Sleep.
those of you who don't need sleep. Or a lot of sleep.
Oh, don't think so. No.
Alright.
You know, I just realized I'm an owl, but I sleep at night.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Over the years, it was just bred out of you. You adapted to your humanoid part. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few weird things in certain classes, races, and everything.
I'm a cat that rides a cat.
Sure is. Yeah.
I also don't think you have dark vision either for a cat.
Allens don't either.
Nope.
Yeah. And like one weird thing I found on my Strahd one shot last week. Strahd has sensitivity to light, but none of the vampire spawns he spawns have sensitivity to light. Figure that one out.
You breathe better than you are?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Yeah, that one was a weird one. All right, so in the morning, you guys, I think, were told that the autopsy is going to be fairly early. I think like around 9 o'clock. It is going to be in the Magnus College. They have a small morgue there. And I believe you're going to update Chester at some point. So you guys can do whatever you like for the morning.
I'm trying to think.
The college we were at where we met Artie, that was a different one, wasn't it? Or was that the same one?
Nope, that was same college, same like university, but there's 5 different colleges. You were at Artemis College.
Artist, okay.
Yeah.
And each of the different colleges have their own library?
For the most part, yes. All the books would be pertaining to whatever is being taught in each college.
Okay.
Yeah. And I believe you guys were told that the main library itself is on one of the other small continents to the north, up in the Luna Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that'll be like a whole bunch of other stuff. This is more school-based stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Still general lore and stuff, but depending on what you were looking for, you could always go ask.
Right.
Yeah. So what would you like to do?
Are we awake yet?
I can say you're all awake whenever you want to be awake.
Okay, if I've slept, I'll get up and head down for breakfast.
Okay.
Like I usually do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, brekkie is easy. It won't be the same innkeeper. It'll be someone else in the morning, but they can give you breakfast. Yes.
Morning.
Morning.
And you yell that you see Clark going, shh, quiet.
Why? It's the morning. If I was at home, I'd be on the forges already.
Would you like to roll for hangover?
Yeah, what do I roll?
Just a con save.
Con?
I'll join you on that one.
1 to 15.
Oh. Sorry, Clark.
I'm good.
You guys are good. Little headache, a little loud, but still a little good there, Clark. This is just another day for Buster. Good old rabbit constitution.
If they're known for anything, they're known for their contribution.
Yep.
I don't know if the night innkeeper gave the morning innkeeper a heads up that there's a panther in the building. So I'm going to go down first and just ask for a large bowl of milk.
There would have been a note, yes.
Okay.
For the
That means you just let the other guy walk
eventual
into.
pretty much they've seen odd creatures come here before. It's usually horses and donkeys and whatnot, but on occasion they will have people from Marcel come on wide variety of weird stuff. So
Yeah, I'm going to ask for a large bowl of milk and any piece of uncooked meat that they might be able to part with.
yeah, they'd have some scraps for you.
Perfect.
Probably like just a couple chicken carcasses, but it'll work.
I'll take it.
Yep.
And take it back up for him.
Okay, perfect.
And Clark kind of follows up and partakes in the chicken with the cat.
Okay. I think Clark's trying to steal your cat.
Like, this is a great image of a giant cat with chicken carcasses with a humanoid Alan just sitting together eating. This is great.
And a tabaxi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great image.
Just enjoying breakfast.
Uh-huh. All right. So yeah, anything you guys want to do before you know it's time to hit up the college?
I'm just going to be sitting there engraving some of the scrap daggers I picked up the other day.
Beautiful. Anything specific?
No, just dawdling
Practice.
and
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect. You want to give me some performance rolls to see how well they come out?
Not really.
But you're going to.
Seven.
Not your best effort.
It's shitty material.
Yeah. It was scrap. This is true. Hard to work with scrap. But it's still practice.
Yeah.
We'll say the next time you have to do one, you can roll with advantage. All right. So, anything else you guys want to do before you head out?
I'm good.
Are you going to update Chester, or yes or no?
Yeah.
I'd wait.
I think-
Well,
actually,
I was going to say.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, should we wait until we have the autopsy and then give him a proper update? Does he know about the blooming Halbots? The Halbot, he does, doesn't he?
He knows about them, but not the others.
He's one of the ones that's losing his memory, isn't he?
Not Chester, that's Orator. Orator, Tandrin, and Abigail are the three that you know of so far.
Yeah, so probably better off so he can tell them
Yeah, so
if they find anything out.
that's what I was going to say as well. Well, let's go get that information and then do a big up.
Sounds good.
All right, then. So as you slowly start gathering your stuff, is your cat coming?
I would like to bring him at least to the school with us, not necessarily inside to the morgue, but that way he's close and doesn't try to escape again if something happens.
Okay. Are you going to saddle him or no?
No, I'm just going to let him walk with us.
Okay. All right, so as you guys slowly making your way into the college, you will also notice that there's a bunch of students that are slowly gathering for their protest that they're going to be going at some point today. Kind of doesn't look organized yet, but you'll see quite a few students slowly walking around the Artemis College. And as you get up to the Magnus College, this place, completely different building than the other one. This one looks, for us, it'd be like a Victorian era building.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a very, very intricate and ornate building that looks old, but a lot of nice looking Victorian stuff inside. It looks a little like darker and dimmer than the other one that you're in before, with a lot of weird stuff. So you're gonna leave him outside.
Yes, I would. I'm gonna tell him, stay here, please. We're not gonna leave. We're not going anywhere. We'll be inside.
Okay. This place doesn't seem to have any guards, so it's just the main doors. Kind of like the other college, when you walked in, you'd know there's like a main desk as you walk in. So it's up to you if you leave them outside or with the person inside.
Are there like trees or
nothing
grass
around here? Yeah, this place is just, for the most part, just an actual college. There'd be like small columns that you could maybe tie them to.
I hate to tie him up. I feel bad.
He'd also chew through the rope, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I want to trust him and just say, stay
Sit.
here,
Okay.
please. Yeah.
All
Just stay. We'll be back.
All right.
I feel like he can understand enough.
He'd understand, but whether or not he will, give me an animal handling.
Heard.
And I know this is like a fancy college, but do I happen to see any like animals of the rodent nature running around?
Sorry, say that one more time. That broke up a little for me.
Any animals of the rodent nature running around?
Rodent nature, probably, if you give me a perception check, or actually survival. Let's go survival.
Survival?
Yeah.
Got it.
You see a couple birds and trees that are in the middle of the area, but nothing in your general vicinity, no. Your animal handling, he's going to sit and have a power nap.
Perfect.
Yep.
Could you remind me what the panther's actual name is?
It's Kerrigan.
Kerrigan. Okay.
Yeah.
Think StarCraft, then I'll remember.
Alright, so as you guys get in, pretty much the same as the last one. There's going to be someone sitting at the front desk. This one's going to be human. Mid-30s. She's going to look at you guys and go, yes, good morning. You don't look like students here. Not in that outfit.
That's probably because we're not.
Okay.
We're here to see Professor Artemis.
His college is over there.
We're here for the autopsy.
We are his guests.
Okay, she's gonna grab a clipboard and look and go, is one of you Kargath?
Maybe.
All right then. It seems like you are on my list.
Should I be
This
worried
is
about that?
strange. Well, usually we don't get a lot of visitors for this, but do you know your way in this place by chance?
Do I?
I don't think you've been to this college, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
She's gonna sigh and just go, alright, I'll just treat you like you're a first year. So, she's gonna pull out a small map of the college, and she's basically going to, like any hotel would do, and trace you a path to where you have to go.
Every day's a school day.
If you get lost, just ask somebody. They might know where you're going. Most people aren't allowed down there, though.
Clark will grab the map and start flying in the direction that she wrote.
Okay.
Follow me! And off he goes.
Can I look for mice as well? If I find one, give one to my friend here.
You can give me a perception check in your immediate area.
No, oh, that's worse. Okay, I tried.
Even a nat 20, there wouldn't be any here.
Well, okay, thanks.
Yeah. You're in the main. Yeah. Most of these places have like pest control wards for keeping everything out. So
It's not like we're in a hospital or anything.
You never
The
know,
whole
though.
reason,
But
the whole reason Clark wanted one was just to give to the cat as like a play toy.
Eight of him.
You really are trying to steal my cat, okay?
Mhm. Even though he doesn't need a mount, he wants a friend. Yeah. All right. So as you're walking through, you will notice partway through, you're going to be going through an area where the dean's main actual office was, or is, I should say. Going through a long hallway, you're going to be seeing a lot of like degrees that she has, pictures of her, pictures of things she's done, her students, pretty much anything that she's ever mainly done here or when she was on the planet. And you will see maps of the planet, which I'm putting in Discord for you. Nope, that is too big. So we're going to go to Roll20, and I will upload them to Roll20. So give me a sec here to set this up, so you guys can talk while I set this up.
Huh. I will,
Any of you guys seen an autopsy before?
can't say I have.
You're in for a treat.
Have you seen an autopsy before?
No.
Insight check. No.
It's not putting my map.
Wrong as it is.
Alright, so it is not doing that, so I'm going to stick it in our OneNote. So if you go to the OneNote, where we have Luna 1 the info, I'm going to add 2 more maps. I should have added these earlier, sorry. So where our normal map is, you should now see another map called New Luna. If anyone needs the OneNote info, I can give that to you again.
Yes, please.
What tab are you putting it in?
Luna 1 info. So under Lunara General, Luna 1 info. All right, I sent you another email there, Dave.
Brilliant.
So let me know who doesn't see it or who does see it.
I see it.
Just waiting for it to load.
Okay.
Is it New Luna?
New Luna. So, New Luna, once you're on it, there's a place called the Plains of Onath.
No,
And-
big brown one left.
Yep, 44.
Oh, what's that map?
You know that map. This is where 4,400 years ago the portal first opened and out came your ancestors. This is where they first came and first built. And over on the right-hand side is the Lunaran Sanctuary, where the Dean was the head of the sanctuary for a long time before she came here. She was...
It's not. Oh, sorry.
That's okay, Dave.
Carry on.
Um,
No. It's yeah.
yeah,
I'll tell you in a minute.
yeah, it might
Yes.
be in your junk mail. Yeah. So, that is the actual map on the planet of the middle continent, the lower half of the middle continent, New Luna. It's something you guys can look at later. Now, below it, I'm putting a new map. So, 904 years ago, when the Fae finally came through, they took over the Plains of Onath, and you should be able to see what they built and how they changed it. And the Dean was part of the support for helping them. And
Not come through for some reason. Right.
And so that took them like 2.5 years to build and change. So it gives you a quick insight into what's on the planet that you guys have never been to.
I feel like I should know this, and I'm sorry if
That's okay.
if it's been repeated, but is this still there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. As far as you know, it's been over 900 years since, but as far as you know, yes.
Okay.
Yep. Might look a little
We just
different
can't
now,
get
but
there.
correct.
The portals are closed. Okay.
Yep.
This is what it's like to look behind the curtain.
And also, pretty much where you guys currently are is just the size of the Plains of Onath. To give you a little perspective. A little bit bigger.
It's not in my spam or my trash.
That's okay. Give me 1 sec here, Dave. We'll try it again. It said it sent the email, so if not, we'll get it. Anyway, while you guys are staring at that, you will also have a recording that will pop up. So this is basically a recording. You'll see a little plaque that says a recording of the dean and what she told to her students every morning. So this was a pretty much like a PA system that the dean did for everybody, mainly for when first years come. So it is going to say, hello and good morning, Lunards. My name is Dean Helen Magnus, and I'd like to welcome you to the prestigious Lunaran Sanctuary, a renowned institution nestled amongst the rolling fields of gold, ancient cemeteries, and forbidding forests. Today, we gather here in the greatest achievement we as a society has ever created. Some call it the first wonder of our new world. where magic and knowledge intertwine to celebrate the arrival of a new generation of extraordinary young minds. It is with immense pleasure and excitement that we extend our open arms and embrace each other, every one of you. Here within the hallowed halls of the Lunarn Sanctuary, you have stepped into a world unlike any other place where dreams take flight and possibilities are as spectacular as our moons above. As you embark upon this incredible journey of learning, growth, and self-discovery, allow me to unveil to you the secrets that lie within this sanctuary. And if you happen to be visited by Benjamin, please say hi. The Lunarn Sanctuary, named 200 years after our ancestors first arrived here on Lunara, as a thanks to give back to what this place truly is, a sanctuary. It is not merely a school, but a haven for magical beings like yourselves. Within these ancient walls, you will find wisdom etched in the tapestries, spells whispered by the gentle breeze, and the essence of century-long sorcery resonating through the very stones beneath your feet. Here we foster a community that celebrates diversity, champions the pursuit of knowledge, and nurtures the inherent magic that resides within each of you. In the coming days, weeks, and years, and some centuries, you will traverse through subjects as diverse as potions, charms, elemental control, the art of conjuring, etc. Your professors, who are masters of their craft, will guide you in honing your abilities, unlocking your hidden talents, and unleashing the full potential of your magical or martial prowess. But remember, the Lunarn Sanctuary is not just about spells and incantations. It is about forging lasting bonds with your fellow scholars, sharing laughter and tears, and creating memories that will illuminate your path along after you have left these sacred halls. Cherish the friendships you form here, for they will be your support and inspiration through the triumphs and trials of your magical journey. Once again, welcome to the Lunarn Sanctuary. May your time here be filled with enchantment, growth, and everlasting magic that dwell within all of us. And as Dean of this sanctuary, my door is always open to anyone at all hours of the day or night. Oh, any violence of any nature will be dealt with swiftly. Thank you, and welcome. And it will repeat if you hover near it more.
Just gonna give a small nod. I feel like Ani would be sad, but she's not gonna cry, but just kind of solemn.
Yep.
Seems like the loss of a very great inspirational person.
Yeah. Most people here would know that she's old, she's human, but she's not from the Feywild, but she's extremely old. She lived to be close to 2,000 as a human, somehow. Yeah. So as you guys go along and follow your map, you eventually will come into the lovely area where it is set aside for the autopsy. It's pretty much just like a very big cold cellar for the most part. Nothing fancy. And as soon as you go through the door, as soon as you open the door, you're almost going to smack about a 5-foot female human. She's going to look at you and go, this is off limits. Who are you?
My name is Kargath. I believe I'm expected.
She's going to grab a clipboard and look around and go, Artie? Are these guys with you? They're with... okay. The professor's over there. Just sit near him. He's not helping today. He's just witnessing. I'm Ms. Granger, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And has the autopsy begun, or are we still waiting for it to start?
No, we're waiting on people. You're too early. Just go bug Artie.
Okay.
Police.
Yeah, that's fine.
Way too many people in here.
I will go and sit next to Artie and just say good morning.
I see some of you got out of there pretty quick last night. That was lucky for you. I was there most of the evening. I haven't had much sleep, but hey.
And how was Hildegard then?
She's not here yet, but she seemed okay.
Oh, she'll be here, will she?
I believe she's leading it.
Oh,
Yes.
okay then.
Yep. Anytime something weird happens, she's usually the first to get called.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm. How's your leg?
My leg's still there.
Good. Well, I really
Still
don't
a bit gimpy.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll stretch out. So basically the room that you're in, it's just got like some barrels for you guys to sit on. There's nothing really fancy in here. It is pretty much like a cold cellar with a couple areas lopped off for just in case like stuff like this happens. So it's just going to be like a simple, easy wooden table that you will see the body on. The dean is, for her age, she looks like she's maybe 50s. Black hair, just covered in a white sheet. She looks still fairly young. So probably within the next 20 minutes, you're going to have most of the people that you've seen sitting with Artie in that table come in with you. So the drow, the gnome, the warforged, pretty much all the people that you would have figured out tried to heal you are coming to witness this. A few of them are just going to come up and look at you guys and go, "Hey, you guys enjoy the party last night? Dinner was good. You're going to have a..."
Dinner.
Mhm.
So I'm just agreeing with them.
Yeah.
Dinner was delicious.
So this place looks like it'll seat a good like 20 or 30 people who are going to sit and watch. And you probably have like maybe another 20 feet in front of you before the table. So yeah, it's not a big room, but you'd each be able to like move freely pretty good in here.
Is there a spot up high? Because Clark is rather short and doesn't want to stand and he wants to like perch up high so he can look down and see things instead of looking at the back of people's heads and backs.
You can perch on my shoulder if you want.
You could either go on him. You could probably, there would be a couple like crates that are stacked that you could probably go on. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. Any of you short folk could probably climb up on top.
Howlick will definitely follow suit.
Yep.
I'll take my usual perch on Kargath's shoulder.
All right. So, eventually you're going to have Hildegard come in. So pretty much around you is going to be the drow, the forest gnome, the high elf. The warforged is being quiet, but is sitting there next to the half-orc. And the two twin elves are just off in their corner. They're not sitting, they're just standing and watching. So as Hildegard comes in and looks at everybody, she's just going to nod and go, "Well, let's hope this goes quite easy. I really don't know what else we're going to find in here. All of us have looked at the dean here for quite a while, and we haven't been able to figure anything out, but let's get started." So she's going to take off her gown that she's wearing. She's going to put on a nice white leather apron and do a whole bunch of weird magical stuff that some of you probably haven't seen before. She's going to be basically, if anyone wants to give me Arcana, who know magic.
I would love to. And can we say that I was ritual casting Detect Magic while that
I would
was
assume so, yes.
going? Okay.
Everything in here except the the whole room itself, you'll detect quite a bit from almost everybody around you.
I'm specifically curious about the body.
Yeah.
And what happens when they start messing with it.
Okay. Right now, nothing that you can see on the body. You're going to get a couple, you can tell that the Hildegrad is basically preparing the body for something. You're not too sure what, because you're not really a healer.
Mhm.
Yep. But nothing in the ordinary is there. There will be, she'll have, a tray with a whole bunch of instruments, vials of stuff, a couple, beakers and whatnot you never know, just in case.
Mhm.
All right.
It was 18 Arcana.
Okay. Yeah, for the most part, there's nothing major that is pinging from the body.
Okay.
Yeah. And 14
I
for
got
Clark. Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much the same. You see some weird shit going on, but nothing too hinky. So she's going to do your basic autopsy, start with the chest. Nothing really. She's not really going to find anything out of the ordinary. She's a couple times she's going to get the two twins to come over and take a look, and the three of them are just going to look and poke and prod, and a couple of them are going to have a couple different magical stuff that they take a look, and they can't figure anything out that's wrong with her. So eventually they're going to do what most people do and take the brain out, which is where things get a little weird. I need perception checks from everybody, please. Ooh.
12.
All right.
Better than I did.
Buster and Elric. Needed 15 or higher. So, Buster and Elric. You, even though, because maybe you have the better angle, as soon as they take the brain out, you see this very, very tiny worm-like creature slide out of the brain and land on the floor. And then vanish.
Like invisible vanish or fall through the floor vanish?
Almost invisible vanish, but from your angle, you're not too sure if it just you missed where it went because it's so small. It was white, kind of matches the floor, but you did see something go out.
Vanish, like the creatures we've been killing vanished?
No, it kind of looks like not that vanish. No, a little different. This is just more like it almost like shaded itself in with the floor, almost like it's hiding.
Can I verbalize what I saw?
Oh, I would assume so. Yes. Who are you going to tell?
I'll tell the doctor that the worm fell from the brain. It's on the floor somewhere.
She's going to look at you and go, "Where? Nobody move. No. Where?"
Let's point directly to where it's hop down and move to the area.
Okay. You're going to see the twins basically. One of them is going to shapeshift into some sort of very, very small snake-like creature. The other is going to turn into, well, she's going to get a little big and burly, and she's basically going to lift the entire table with the Dean on it up and out of the way so the floor is completely visible. Do you want to get down and help look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I need other...
And he points it out. Does that ping anything for detect magic?
Magic is weirdly enough not... It kind of like... It's... you feel something, but it almost like the magic just slides off of this creature. So, if you're going to help look, I need perception checks, please. And with advantage, because you actually know the location of where you've seen it last.
Boredom.
Ooh, we got a nat 20. Beautiful.
19 and 20.
Alric, you can see it. It is slowly moving away from everybody, but it is looking exactly like the floor. But you can see a small little trail. if you near you, you'd be able to grab one of the beakers and cover it.
I'll definitely do that.
Okay. As soon as you do that, this thing is going to... So give me a... just a straight attack roll.
Attack roll?
With advantage. To see if you can cover it against its dex save. I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 25.
Okay. Yeah, so as soon as you guys just see him just spring, grab this beaker and cover whatever the hell this little creature is. And as soon as you do, the one elf that turned into a small snake-like creature is just going to appear up at you. You just missed stepping on its tail. But he's just going to look at you and then slowly start wrapping itself around the beaker and peering at it inside. And as soon as that happens, you can see that the creature turns a different color and is trying to, almost like now the when you've seen all the ground around all the other creatures start to melt and turn to like ash. It seems like this thing's trying to eat its way through the floor, but very slowly because it's tiny.
Can we all see it now that it's inside that?
You have a couple people gathering around it, so you would have to get closer, and they probably might not let you in there. By now, the other two, the Hildegrad and the other elf, are pretty much just putting wards around the entire area. They're basically blocking off, trying to make sure that this thing can't escape.
If I'm tall enough to see over someone's shoulder or like between cracks between people, like any line of sight I can get on it, I'd like to touch my pendant, my snowflake pendant, and just kind of look at it and just see if anything happens.
All right. If give me a Arcana to see if you get a response.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Seems to be busy.
Just a worm. Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, you're going to see everybody kind of just... A couple of them are going to step back. Oddly enough, the Warforged is going to stand up and in a weird robotic voice just tell everyone, please step back. We need to see what this is. Give me a minute, please. I need some room.
And the little spooked Clark flies up to the furthest point up in the ceiling he can.
Okay. The Warforged is going to look at Artie and go, I don't think they can do anything with this. I think it's us. That magic seems to just fall off of it. I can see, and you see the Warforged eyes glow. One's a red color, one's a dark gray color. It's got a heat signature. I can see it, but none of my probing is getting it. I think we need to encase this in some, I don't know, maybe lead. Glass doesn't seem to be doing too much to it. Do you have anything quickly you can build here, Artie? Artie's just going to already be grabbing a whole bunch of stuff out of a pouch that you see, and you're going to see him walk up, and he's got like a small little like probing device with lights on it. It's got a weird little... It's got a lot of weird things on it. It's like 7 or 8 different objects in one. And he's just you're gonna see a whole bunch of sparks coming from it as a couple little mechanical spiders come out and go underneath the snake that is covering it and the glass. And you're gonna see it try to capture what is inside of the actual beaker. Artie's just gonna look and lean in and go, I think I got it. Yep. Yeah, they're good. Lift that up. So you're currently holding it, I believe, still there, Alric.
Yep, I'll slowly lift it.
Okay. The snake is going to unwind itself. It's going to still stay a snake, but it's going to just wrap itself around your leg a little, just in case something goes bad. As you lift it up, you're going to see the little spiders that already conjured have this thing in some sort of electrical force field almost. And he's going to reach in and pull out a very, like it's a kind of like a vial for acid, but this one looks like it's made out of metal, and he's going to grab whatever is in that and stick it in it. And then he's going to just put a stopper on it and hold it up. Well, now, I guess we know there was something going on in her head. What this is, I have no idea. And did any of your magic touch it? And you're going to just see everyone just shake heads like nothing worked. And he's just going to go, huh. Well, who wants to be the fun one to open this up and figure out what it is? Alright, I guess it's me. Again. Fine. Talos unit number 100, you're with me. That's the Warforged.
Oh boy.
Alright, everybody. If everyone wants to sit around, I will try and... Miss Granger, can I use your office, or do you have a workshop here? Might be faster to get this done. Miss Granger's just going to look from the corner and go, yes, just you go. Do you know anyone who can figure this out? Artie's going to look at you guys and go, we got nothing. Do you know anyone who could figure this out?
Would this be a good time to use the sending stone?
That's
Yes,
you guys.
that we have that information. I think it would be.
Yes, I think we need all the help we can get.
If this
And
came
it's-
out of her brain and she was losing her memories and Orator is starting to lose his memories, this could have something to do with that. I don't know if Chester would be able to help, maybe.
Are you telling everybody there that Orator's losing his mind, or is you telling your group?
No, just among us, because we already knew that, right? Yeah.
Yes, but nobody else does. Except for Artie now, because you told
Well,
him.
I'm not broadcasting that to the room, no.
Okay.
Just an inside thought process.
Okay.
Yes.
Understood. Just making sure. You would have had a lot of angry people at you. Okay.
Artie, give me Professor Artemis. Give me just a moment. I may have someone that will be able to help. I just have to get a hold of them.
Who would that be by chance?
It's a gentleman named Chester.
How could... fine. I don't think Chester can help, but maybe he can talk to somebody there. Yeah, I like that idea. Sure. Chester's
You see,
different.
you see Clark just kind of flitter up into the corner, so he's not like in the middle of everything. And
Yeah, you're going to have all eyes on you, by the way.
he will pull out the sending
Nope.
stone and proceed to contact him.
Pressure.
Okay.
Down on me under pressure.
Your response is not as quick as you probably would hope it was, but you do eventually get a response, and it is actually Chester. He's going to say, hi, What's up? I assumed you'd be calling me a couple hours ago, but I didn't really want to wake you because I don't know what the hell's been going on. What's up?
Well, we've had quite the last couple of days, and I will proceed to explain.
Yeah, he knows everything up till yesterday.
Yeah, explain what we found in the professor's workshop and with all that, and then as well as go into what we just found with the dean.
Okay.
And we were wondering if you may be able to or know someone that may be able to identify this worm.
Well, Chester's just gonna think for a minute and go. One, yes, I just don't know if you'll come. He doesn't like to leave Abigail. Eric might help. He's not the best. He doesn't like to leave.
Conversationalist.
No, he's a good conversationalist. He has something that he needs to get done, but
Did you inform him it has to do with memory loss?
We haven't actually told him anything. He's been busy. Abigail hasn't even been able to get near him the last few days. Let's just say Eric's one of the things that creates something that we need as to create a new Feywild. Anyway, I'll talk to him. I'll see if I can get close. His responses are usually abrupt, so if he says yes, he's going to be there very soon. Where are you right now?
We'll pass on what school we're in and down in the chiller.
You're in the cellar. Okay. Is Granger there with you? She's met him.
Yeah.
Good. She'll know what to do. If he'll come. Just
tell him we need the best for this.
Yeah. Might set things back here, but we'll see. I don't know if he has been told about Abigail's. Yeah. Okay. I'll be there. He'll be there.
Abigail is what?
Abigail's his wife. I'll be back. Yep. So yeah, you're gonna have to
met
wait.
Abigail or what?
You met Abigail, and a couple of you actually seen her husband way off in the distance in a swamp.
Covered in moss.
So you
Wow.
you probably you don't know how long you're gonna have, but at least someone might come.
Damn, we wouldn't meet all the interesting characters.
Yep.
Since no one else here would know, Ben, that was mentioned in the recording from the other campaign. Talos from the other campaign as well. So
Different Talos unit though, but yes.
I'm excited even if you're not.
Yeah, he is going to be like you're basically number 1, he's number 100. So eventually you could probably figure out that there's going to be more Talos units created, mocked on your character.
My children.
Yeah, not really, but siblings we'll go with. Yeah, and Ben, I basically took that from Ben Session 0. That was Ben Session 0. That speech.
I will fly over and tell the professor what Chester said, and
Eric. Right. We're gonna need space. Okay. She's gonna just take a look around and go, Eric might be coming. I don't know if many of you have met him. I haven't met him yet, but I do know of him. He's going to need the room. Artie, can you just put that right next to the professor's body, please? And we should just give him some space. Artie's just going to look around and go, shit. Yep. Anyone who doesn't need to be in this room, please leave the room. You guys seem to know him. Maybe you can stay. But everyone else, I think we should have out. Miss Granger's just going to, you're going to see her conjure just like a wooden staff. And she's going to just start rhythmically hitting the ground with it over and over. Kind of like she's doing for something to find her.
Location.
Yes, pretty much. Subterranean, though.
Yeah.
So within the next, we'll say, half hour, 40 minutes, you are going to feel a little rumble come from underneath the building, and you're going to see the, like, pretty much concrete floor just slowly open up. And in Discord, I'm going to put you a picture of Eric.
And upon the shake, Clark immediately starts flying, hovering.
And out is going to come Eric. He looks like he is pretty much made out of pure vegetation. He's massive. He's a good 8.5 feet tall. Yep. He takes up a lot of the room. He smells like a 5 million year old swamp. He's got insects around him, vines growing out of him. He pretty much looks like he is a swamp, but more elemental based. And you guys would recognize him. Well, 3 of you would recognize him from when you met Abigail. And now you know his name's Eric. So as this creature comes up and looks around, and he's just going to nod at Ms. Granger for helping him. He's, in a nice deep voice, he's just going to go, this better be good. I can't be interrupted for too long. But if Abigail's in trouble, this better be worth it.
Clark will actually fly close to Eric and tell him, "It will be good, sir. I thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to help with this important matter."
It's not a schedule. What I need to do is going to take millennia. Anyway, I've been meditating for a good 1.5 years. So I don't know what is going on around here, but I will get to the root of this problem. Now, what's that? Then you're gonna see a whole bunch of like just vines pick up the vial, open it up and dip it out. And as he does, you're gonna see one of the vines that this creature goes on to just slowly start to almost melt it, almost like acid. And he's just gonna grimace, and then he's gonna obliterate it. So you can see this tiny little worm just go. He's gonna look at everybody and go, "Shh. Now I know what's our problem is." Well, looks like I'm staying at least for an hour. Ms. Granger, could you bring everybody some tea, please? Ms. Granger's just going to look up at Eric and go, "Yep," and just vacate the room quickly. Eric's just going to look at everybody else and go, "Those of you who don't need to be here, run along. You 5 And Artie, you stay.
Wonderful.
But
I
at
think
least
as
we'll
he-
have
as he-
tea.
I think as he started to say those who do not need to be here, you see Clark start towards the door, and then when he says "you five," he kind of does a U-turn and comes back down again.
All right. And as tea is eventually brought down, we're going to go for break.
Yay!
See you in a bit.
Yep.